Hello, everybody, and welcome to the quote-unquote conclusion of my first week in Splatoon 2, here with the long outdated and long overdue video on the action versus comedy Splatfest. And if oh god, my throat again. Okay, but basically, if you missed the explanation on why this is so late coming and the microphones and all that stuff, blah blah blah, that's explained in part 1. Go into a whole another thing about why this took a while to come out. Well, I actually didn't go into why this is only coming out now and why it's been taking forever. Honestly, the short answer is school, college. Took a lot out of me. Even during the summer, I barely had enough time to record the Octo expansion because I was taking summer classes and most of them were online. And you know that just eats up a lot of time. And if you don't know, if you don't know, you'll soon know. And if you don't, then stay in school, kids. It really pays off. But I'm still in the middle of that. But the short answer is college, keeping me from doing a lot of video stuff. Another answer is laziness. I guess because whenever I do have free time, I guess I choose to do it elsewhere instead of I'm mixing my words here, but instead of working on videos, doing other stuff, I'd rather just, I guess I just have other things I want to do. And I guess these are taking a while to go through because there was an update, there was a new weapon, and I'm also reading this for the first time because this was my first Splatfest. Now, I don't know if I haven't chosen my team yet. I guess I'm going to choose it right now. And I remember taking a while to decide on what I wanted to do for the Splatfest. But, because I like both genres, and I took this into consideration of, like, movies and TV. Because there aren't that many comedy games that you can really talk about, I guess. Games have comedy, but there's none that are the focus like, say, a movie would be. Are Marina's pants supposed to light up, or is that just reflections? Because, it just looked a little weird. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that it basically took me a while to come to a consensus on a team to pick for this one. Because in terms of action, there's pretty much a lot of the TV shows that I like. And even some movies, but then the more I think about it, those are more drama type stuff with action sprinkled in. And then when I thought about it in terms of team comedy, because of course I like to laugh, I like comedy. And I think the thing that pushed me over the edge was that this was January, right? I think Thor Ragnarok came out like 2 weeks ago. Not 2 weeks, 2 months prior. 2 months prior to this. And I thought of how much I loved that movie. How it basically became my favorite MCU movie, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. I think that's enough to put me over the edge, and then I joined Team Comedy for this one. Yeah, typical of Splatfest, you get the nighttime setting. I guess now you can print not Miiverse posts on blankets now, or whatever those are. When you go to a concert and you have those things, what are those things supposed to be? Like, I know that people make posters and write on signs and stuff, but I'm like, when people just wave around that sort of stuff, I'm just confused on it. And look at the flag that the jellyfish is waving around. It's like some magic voodoo light holographic flag thing. Because if you slow it down, like, all he's waving is a stick, but yet when he waves it back and forth, it's a freaking, it shows like artwork. I have no idea. What even? Look at it. What is that? There's another one. That's Marie's dancing. She gets into the spirit of this. I think. What was his name? Captain Cuttlefish. I think he danced in the first game too. During Splatfest, it's just that he barely poked his head out of the. The sewer. Like I said, one thing you can do during Splatfest is that you can also, merch is out there for some reason. When I believe Spike stayed in the same spot in the first game. And it took me forever to realize that, which is why I edited past it, because I'm like, wait, where's merch? What if I need to do stuff with him? So yeah, after looking around for merch, I finally decided to pick the Splatfest team, and like I said, pretty much Thor Ragnarok was the reason that pushed me over to comedy. And if I remember correctly, I think Team Comedy won the Splatfest. So I won my first Splatfest in Splatoon 2, and oh yeah, here I am expecting them to kick me out of the stores, because I think in the first game during Splatfest, if you tried to enter a store, maybe it was just a shirt store, I don't specifically remember, but I do remember that in the first game they would just kick you out and say, whoa, during the Splatfest you can't change your clothes. But here they are, like, you know, there they are. At last thou may not change thy robes in the midst of a Splatfest. Because you still get the wouldst thou buy, you don't get wouldst thou equip. Because you can't necessarily do that during Splatfest. Also, I love past me for editing past anything else. We're just going straight into the first match with, what am I using here? .52! I think it was around this time that I learned my love for this thing. If not, then it was probably a few days or weeks after. Because I don't remember if it was this good in the first game, but, you know, it's still a 2-hit kill, which I do remember clearly from the first game. Yeah, I mean, look at that. You know, it's still a 2-hit kill, but it also has pretty good ink efficiency. Ink efficiency, if you will. But, you know, that basically means that you can fire for a really long time and, you know, without running out of ink. Because, you know, just look at it, like, literally you have to not enter your ink for like a full 20 seconds for the thing to run out, or to even think about running low and putting you into trouble. And since it kills so easily, it's just, you know, it's amazing. Because true to the .52's name, it does 52 damage per bullet at all distances. So it's just absolutely amazing. It's not broken, because otherwise they would have changed it, but... And, you know, I think contrary to what I would have thought, the .96 gal doesn't do 96 damage per hit, because that would basically mean any minuscule amount of damage would be a one-hit kill for the thing. I don't know why maybe that's what it did in the early days, and they just had to nerf it, but I don't remember. I'm just like, you know, .52 does 52 damage, .96 doesn't do 96, so that's a little strange. Going into the Dapple Dualies a little bit, the reason why I keep dying to these guys is despite the .52 being a 2-hit kill weapon, the Dapple Dualies have such a... The combination of its fire rate and the damage it does means that it gets the fastest kills in the game. I'm not sure if it's just in general or when dashing, because I think you don't shoot more bullets when dashing. It's just that instead of shooting 2 at a time, you alternate. You alternate between the 2 guns. And as such, it I guess makes it shoot faster in a way. I don't know. I'm not making much sense, but it makes sense in my head, damn it. I don't know how that... Well, I thought it was far away enough for it to not hit me. I don't think it should have. Is this cinematic parallels? Where, like, my first Turf War match, I lose my first Splatfest match? Honestly, probably. Oh, no, we're... No. They're all over our base. I just... Yeah. Or maybe... I don't know. Oh, okay. It was... Yeah, I thought it was pretty close. Okay. I would have taken that. Like, I would have been fine with that. I don't know what level 14 me thought of that, but, you know, I'm fine with that. Like, current me is fine with that loss. Because we brought it back, but we weren't fast enough, I guess. My throat really needs to stop doing that. Because it's either my throat when I'm talking a lot, or I feel like I sniffle like twice every 10 seconds. I mean, it was worse when I had allergies, but even nowadays I still catch myself sniffling a ton, especially... I mean, I try to minimize that in editing, because in editing I just try to like cut out every sniffle that I make, which is a little annoying because I have to listen out and then just cut it out. And I mean, it's not that hard, it's just tedious because I have to do it every single time. Because for me, I wouldn't want to listen to that, so I don't want to subject you guys to that. It's a good philosophy to live by. Also, I think this match had a laggy person because the orange ink just started appearing everywhere. What was I saying? Okay, a good philosophy to live by is that, well, the philosophy I try to live by when it comes to YouTube content and stuff like that is that, I mean, I can't go all out yet because I'm still learning a lot. Like, I don't have the highest of production values, but the philosophy I try to live by is make what I would like to see. Like, do what I would like other people to do, I guess. Like when I make a video, when I post it, I would say, is this what I would like to see? Oh, I just nearly escaped the roller there. So, you know, it'd be like, if I were to make a review of something, if I were to review a product, a game, a movie, then my thoughts would be like, I don't know, is this what I would like to see? And then if it meets my standards, then I feel like I'm done with it. If I feel like if I can improve in a certain aspect or bring up something else about it, then I will. I love this thing. I love the .52. Ooh, team wipe. Okay. But I guess since it just came up, I do distinctly remember when it comes to the chicken walker bombs, or the auto bombs, that's what they're called. But I do distinctly remember when I first recorded this, I was like, what's the point of these? They kind of suck. And they kind of suck because, like, I'm pretty sure in at least one of these points, I was just like, you know, if I saw it coming up in front of me, I would just walk up to it and then literally walk away just so it would explode. Because, you know, it can't really do much. You know, it's forced to follow you. It's kind of like, I don't know, the first game had seeker bombs, which basically, if you don't know what a seeker was, imagine the curling bomb with homing capabilities, basically. So the homing capabilities basically turned into the auto bomb, and what was left became the curling bombs. Okay, I thought I ran him over. I don't know if this happened here, but I do know the first time that I discovered you could run someone over with the baller, I had a laughing fit and a half. Because it does something like 20 damage or 25 damage or something, so they have to be, or maybe it's 50 or 40, I don't know. But I do know they have to at least have some damage, and then you can just run them over. See, seeing that I only have about half an hour of footage here, I mean, I honestly, you know, even though these videos are a bit shorter than what I initially think them to be, it's because I'm cutting out load times and I'm cutting out me wandering around, me in the lobby, me choosing weapons and all that stuff. Because if I wasn't cutting that out, the videos would probably be like 10 to 15 minutes longer. Well, depending on how many matches I actually end up doing. Like, who knows how much time I spent wandering around on the plaza in the beginning of the video. Now that I think about it, who knows if I even switch weapons for this video. Okay, my video player is lagging out like crazy, but I'm pretty sure that's just... Well, it's not even a video player, I'm just watching the video in Vegas, because when it comes to... Oh, never mind, I'm dead. But anyway, when it comes to me doing post-com stuff like this, once I get a PC, it may be a little easier, but with my piece of crap laptop that I have right now, i3 processor and all, that, you know, when it comes to doing post-com videos like this, I believe I used this same method way back when I did like my third attempt of Sonic 06. Who knows if that's ever going to come back, if I'm ever going to finish what I started, but basically when it comes to me recording audio for a post-commentary style like this, I just edit the video and then just watch the video in Vegas's video player, because exporting videos on my laptop, you know, that's the whole point of me bringing up my laptop being a potato, is a pain. You got literally, I was just exporting something earlier today, and a half-hour long video at 720p 60 FPS. I mean, 60 FPS doesn't help, but, you know, just a half-hour long video takes 4 hours, slightly over 4 hours, and I'm sick of that. So that's another reason why I want to build my PC ASAP. Okay, that's fine. People in their cars, I have no idea what the appeal is. Oh, there he is. I'm like, where did he go? And I killed him somehow. Okay. Is this the same match where I said that there might be someone laggy? I don't know, because I feel like that was some internet shenanigans going on. I dropped it. Yeah, I was fidgeting with a flash drive. But what was the last thing I was talking about? Damn it. I completely don't remember what I was even talking about. My skill with point sensors has improved, at least, because I see myself barely using them here. Okay, yeah, the PC stuff. Basically, you know, besides wanting to have an easier time exporting videos and handling stuff like that, with the higher processor and maybe even, I think you can export via GPU usage also. But, you know, besides having an ease in doing that stuff, it's much easier to be able to, I mean, I can run a lot more things at the same time, and I can export videos faster because my method for exporting videos nowadays is that I have to export a video knowing that I'm not going to be able to use my laptop for at least 4 hours. So usually I just do it before I go to sleep or while I'm out at school for the day or something, because, I mean, you know, if, like, I've seen people with good PC rigs, and they're like, oh, I can render a hour-and-a-half long video and as long as the time as it takes me to upload a half-hour long video, and it sucks. Oh yeah, here's another single-player element taken for this shifty station is the invisible floors. Speaking of which, something I've thought about is that when it comes to when Splatfest ends, the only thing we lost when Splatfest ended in the first game, all that we lost were the nighttime setting of the stages, and and they have squeegees here too. But we lost the nighttime setting, and we lost the Splatfest songs through normal gameplay. Through the amiibo, you can unlock them whenever you want. But for this game, I mean, the amiibo will probably be updated to be able to do that once Splatfest ends, of course. But one thing I've always thought about is that why not? Because you make all these shifty stations, and as far as I'm aware, a shifty station has never repeated itself. Once the Splatfest ends, that shifty station has never appeared again. And just like in the first game, this game has it set up to where there are always 2 stages in rotation, but it looks like there's a spot for a third. And the third is taken up by the Splatfest stage, of course. So when Splatfests come to an end, why not make it so that the that shifty station just becomes a part of the normal rotation, and every 2 hours it's a random shifty station? You know, because you have so many unique designs for stages, and to just let them go to waste would be a shame. So honestly, if you were just able to make them part of the normal rotation, make it a random one each time, I think that would be really nice. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one to have brought this up, but it's just something that I thought about. So, Let me see. I mean, this was my first Splatfest. I think there were like 4 or 5 that I missed before this one. Maybe even 6. When did the game come out? June? I mean, there was the demo Splatfest, 1 Splatfest a month, so like 6. I missed 6 or so. And so I would like to be able to play on some of those shifty stages that I haven't been able to, that I missed. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that missed stuff because, let me see, I think I've participated in every Splatfest since then, even if it was just for like a half hour. But I did. Although, for one thing, Nintendo needs to, well, Nintendo of America at least, needs to boost their game, I guess, in terms of Splatfest topics, because, I mean, I knew we were in for lame Splatfest when the very first one was ketchup v mayo, I think. Such an interesting topic. One worth fighting for, and me, I don't care for condiments. I mean, let's just put it like this. Like, I'm not even sure if it qualifies, but the condiment that I care about the most is pepper. You know, just shower pepper on everything because, I mean, mustard and, I mean, tomatoes, I just can't stand tomatoes at all, but mustard is gross, fight me. Mustard is worst condiment. Mayo is fine on some things. I mean, I used to have chicken sandwiches with mayo. Tuna with mayo, I can't do it. I think that's the only example that I can think of, really. Because mayo is just like, I don't know, it's not, it's like ketchup is the standard. Mayo, you have to, it's like a compliment to certain things only. And then, what other condiments are there? Ranch? I mean, I don't really eat salads anyway, which I guess is where ranch got its name to fame. Relish? I mean, I never even had relish, but I have no interest. Are there any others? Are there any others that I'm missing? I don't even know. Get out of the rain past me. Get out of the rain. Oh, okay, it stopped. Speaking of which, like, with this post-com style, like, I mean, it's strange for me doing it for a game like this because when I'm recording this live, of course, I'm reacting to what I'm doing and what I'm playing on screen, but me reacting in the same way in a post-com sense would kind of seem disingenuous. Oh, okay. I guess that happened. Yeah, I guess it just seems disingenuous to me to do it that way because, I mean, I don't know, you can't really, I mean, I guess you can fake a reaction, like, there's such a thing as acting, but, I don't know, that's not my thing. Got it. Yeah, there was a hair hovering above my lip and it was bothering me. Okay. Yeah, I guess for me, you know, I mean, this works better because, I mean, I'm not exactly talking about what's going on screen that much, but I have stuff to talk about, at least. Which was always something that I thought I struggled with, was finding stuff to talk about if I were doing this solo. Which is why I feel like a lot of my stuff will either be games that I feel like I have a lot to say about, or even if I don't have a lot to say about it, I could just ramble and go on side tangents a lot. But that's why doing a lot of blind playthroughs seem interesting to me. Now, whether if it's just going to be like straight up a playthrough on YouTube or live streams, then, you know, it depends on the game, but, you know, blind stuff, I guess you have a lot more to talk about because it's your first time reaction, you don't know what's going on. But of course it depends on the game because there are some where you'll be quieter and more focused than others. Like, unless there is something stupid ridiculous, I probably wouldn't do a blind playthrough of a visual novel. Because, I mean, like, you're just sitting there reading. But, I mean, of course it depends. And speaking of live streams, that is another thing that I want to do soon, because, I mean, December 7th, Smash is coming out. My tentative plan, well, I want to do it, it's just that the only way it's not happening is if it just becomes impossible or if something comes up. But, you know, December 7th, I want to do a live stream. You know, day one live, I mean, it won't be a midnight stream because, you know, I have school, but, and I'll probably have a final that day, but basically I just want to be able to stream myself playing the game for the first time, figuring out some new stuff, and unlocking all the characters, because basically plan A is play Smash until I unlock everybody or pass out, whichever comes first. And of course I'll post more updates about that, because, you know, I do have plans, because I do have plans regarding Smash and leading up into Smash Ultimate, which you guys will be seeing very soon. Because, I don't know, I feel like I have the motivation to work right now, and especially if I find a routine and I can clean out my hard drive with the Splatoon stuff finally, then I have room for the Smash stuff on the hard drive. And then everything becomes easy. Maybe it was, I have no idea. The internet's always been screwy during Splatfests, because there's a lot of delays, a lot of disconnects, so it's very strange. Yeah, once I get this stuff done, then I can get this uploaded, I can work on editing the blind playthroughs of the Octo expansion, and then all that's left is, you know, countdown to Smash Ultimate, and working on those videos, because then it just becomes easier. Two-hit kill, I love you. If it seems like I'm hitting more bullets on them, it's just because of latency. That's what I noticed, because I thought they nerfed it for some reason. I thought it was like, does it not kill in 2 hits anymore? But no, it's just, you know, latency making it like, oh, 3 bullets hit or 4 bullets hit, when in reality they're dead after 2. I mean, I hit 2 on that guy, but I guess he healed ever so slightly. Somehow, I don't know. Because I've done this in the testing room. It is a 2-hit kill. Also, sorry to throw you under the bus like this, but you know who you are. Like, I had a friend of mine try to tell me that the Sploosh-O-Matic was a 2-hit kill, and I mean, I'm sorry. That's just wrong on so many levels. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. The video's almost coming to an end, so... I mean, I guess I could upload this first and then go into the other 2 ranked modes, because it has some sense of finality that way, otherwise things will be out of order. But, I don't know, I hope you guys enjoy me rambling over footage of the Splatfest. I have no idea how I win this, if at all. But, I don't know, my first Splatfest experience was pretty good. I mean, I won. Matches were kind of wonky, but I don't know, this just comes with the territory, I guess. Although I should be better. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys for whatever I upload next. I need to figure out better outros for that. Oh, what a wonderful end to the video. Remember what I said about wonky matches? Oh boy.